All right. What's going on, guys? Welcome to our next lesson. Today, we are going to be talking about Pinterest and Pinterest analytics specifically. So, in one of the last previous videos, I talked to you a little bit about whenever you get a business account, Pinterest is going to give you a few different tools to kind of measure your progress with Pinterest, and they'll also give you the ability to advertise with them, as we previously discussed. Now, I wanted to talk about measuring stats and running statistics for your website and some of the best practices that we have found and some of the most important things to our business. And none of them really have to do with Pinterest analytics. This is just to be frank and honest with you. I think why many people buy this product and look at it is because they want to know how we did what we've done. So me giving you some mega lesson on Pinterest analytics and how to use it for your business doesn't really make a lot of sense because that really isn't a tool that we have found to be incredibly useful. If you yourself can find use in it, then that's great. But overall, it just doesn't seem like a lot of the metrics are important because, and I'll explain to you, a lot of them really do just serve as vanity metrics. You'll come back here and your profile has these daily impressions and how many people you reach out to per month and some other stuff like that, or impressions for our website. And again, these metrics are wonderful and look really great and will make you feel good at night knowing that so many people are looking at your Pinterest profile. But the truth is that it really hasn't, there's really nothing in here but a couple things that can really serve your business. You have things like the top pin impressions, which is not bad, but so there's a few data points in here that you can use. You can monitor this thing, if it's something that's really that you really want to do or pay attention to, and you can make sure that, hey, you're seeing continued growth over time, that there's reasons. I mean, this was a pin that went viral for us, and we know that happened. We really don't need Pinterest to tell us. But this is just kind of what we've seen overall, and you can check your own metrics to make sure things are improving over time. So let's first talk about these top pin impressions. So when you click on the Your Pinterest Profile tab, you're going to see a few different things. You're going to see your overall impressions to your pins. You're going to see boards with the top pin impressions. These are the boards that you are on or a part of. You'll see in here repins. And this is really one of the biggest metrics are going to be clicks, right? We worry more about what gets clicks to our website than anything else, really. And so what you really want to look at is what is getting clicked on, what websites you're sending people to, and what content is being clicked on. And the reason why you could use this is because when beginning your Pinterest profile, you're not going to have, the chances are as a blogger, as someone starting out, you're not going to have hundreds of articles to just go ahead and pin off the bat. And what that means is that you're going to have to be pinning other people's content as well as your own. And so what this is good for is, well, when you pin other people's content, well, you can see what's working. You can see, okay, a lot of people visited that site when I pinned it, so clearly I need to make a similar article. This is a good example of this. So this is how to lose weight naturally with, this is our article. But so let's pretend like this is someone else's article. Here's an infographic. We talked a little bit about those. They just get a lot of repins. But again, just to understand this, if you're pinning other people's content, we pin pretty much exclusively our own content these days. But if you're pinning other people's content and you see that, hey, there's tons of people clicking on a particular type of pin, well, then you can go in and you can create a similar article for people. I know that's exactly how we made this apple cider vinegar article and exactly why we did it. Was because Lauren was pinning other people's apple cider vinegar articles and they were blown up. It's a very popular topic in health and wellness, and people are really interested on using it for both weight loss and better health in general. And so we decided to make an article. And look, we've gotten 4,700 clicks or something from it. And so that's just that is just an example of a tool that you could use that's back here. Let's look at some of the other tools, the people that you reach. This might be the only other really good tool to really measure things, because even though it has this stuff on our Pinterest profile, and that this has said that that was the most clicked thing, we have another article right now that I know has more clicks. I guess this is the most clicks on our Pinterest profile ourselves. So some of that data is important, but really all we care about is how we're getting total clicks to our website. Again, not really worried that much about vanity metrics. So let's look at another tool that you can use. Again, these are not tools that we use in our business. Lauren just pays attention to what gets repinned, and we create similar content. But yeah, you could go back here and look at the stats yourself and see, hey, this is the most clicked article I've repinned from someone else, and that's a good article to create. The only other thing back here is demographics. And demographics are important because whenever you're structuring your Pinterest content, you need to be aware of the target person that you are appealing to. So if you look at us, 5.5 million of our audience is female, and the other about 400,000 is male. So that is a significant number, right? That's over 80%, probably more like 90% of people are female who are coming to our website. So that's obviously something that we need to pay attention to. Most of them speak English. Kind of obvious because our pins are in English. They're going to attract more native English speakers. That just kind of goes to show sort of some obviousness. The United States. So we pin, the times that we pin are typically during the day, although we've been working on scheduling some overnight pinning as well. But yeah, when we pin the most pins during the day in the United States, they're going to get more people from the US to come and visit our website. And then you can also tell, if you were running a more focused business on a specific location or geographic location, you could look up, who is, what audiences seem to be getting targeted the most by your pins. While that is powerful and interesting, there's not a lot you can control with this. You can change some of the content of your pin to appeal to different people, but it's going to be hard for you to change some stuff. But here is actually a really useful tool, and it's Pinterest Interests. So what it does is Pinterest has an overall algorithm, overall data collection where they see that, hey, the majority of people who really like avocado and really like what they have to offer, they also like these topics. They like topics about recipes and fitness and hairstyles and DIY home decor. This is all to our typical, United States mommy millennial woman right here, right? Likes healthy snacks and makeup and fashion and home decor and nutrition and clean eating. So when we're creating content, we can think about those things. Now, I've talked to you a little bit about recipes, not a very profitable market, but you could get people tips for clean eating or the top expert nutritionist tips. Those would probably be a couple really good articles for us because it seems like our demographic is interested in something like this, and they're also interested in workouts, which is something that we have the knowledge to create. So, coming back here and seeing the things that your audience is interested in is a great idea because it will give you more thought juice, essentially, to come up with creative stuff to serve to your audience. Like, for instance, like we are a health and fitness website, right? So, and these people are interested in makeup in general. So we could do, let's just, mash the two together and let's just make a sort of theoretical pin. And we could say something like, what kind of makeup you should wear at the gym. Would be a great, or the best waterproof makeup for at the gym. And we could have an Amazon article on that. I might actually write that down. That's not a bad idea. but you get the general impression here, right? Like we are just combining what our audience is interested in with our brand itself and the things that we represent, and we will get people to visit. Same thing with hairstyles. You could do, hairstyles to wear to the gym, or hairstyles that fit chicks wear, or you just kind of got to get creative with it. Fashion. Again, you target fashion to health and fitness, fitness fashion. You could talk about Lululemon. You could talk about all sorts of things that both relate to what your audience is interested in and what you are about as a brand. So that is really the most useful tool you're going to have back here, because once you start pinning and getting repins, you're going to be able to come back here and see, what your audience is interested in and what else that you can come up with. Again, specifically very interested in ab workouts and inspirational quotes. It makes it very easy on you to come up with articles and things that your audience is going to like. So in that, there is some use for this back here. We ourselves, maybe we're just a little bit overconfident at this point, but we do feel like we know our target audience really well and know how to serve them best. The last stage of Pinterest Analytics, it talks a little bit about activity from our website and people coming to our website. These metrics hold no bearing in what actually happens. I mean, you might get the impression right now that on this day that we had 2.4 or 2.3 million impressions on our website and 1.2 million views. I can tell you personally that we did not have 1.2 million viewers on our website. I'm not sure how Pinterest measures these analytics sometimes, but they're just, again, they really serve as sort of vanity metrics. And the only things you really need to be concerned about are what does your audience need and want. You could check out clicks on here, and you could check out pins that are getting the most clicks and things like that. But other than that, guys, it's not really worth your time to spend too much time back here, other than maybe better understanding the demographic that you serve. In the next video, I am going to talk to you about the tools that we do use to measure both our analytics and to measure purchases and buying decisions. Both these tools, one of these tools is free, one of these tools costs money, and I'm also going to talk about a tool that everybody uses but that we don't find very useful in our business. So make sure to check out that next video, guys. All right, I'll talk to you soon.